Okay, so now hopefully you get your visual aid done and you're ready to start speaking these words that you put on your poster. Now, not every one of you has, well, none of you have every single one of those items from the list here, but you do have 8 of those. So when I get to the ones that you chose, the 8 that you chose of these 24, whatever it is, make sure that you know how to say those ones. Memorize those pronunciations so that when it's your turn, you can say them and sound French. Okay? But everybody has this one on their poster. Hopefully, if you don't, add it now. You're supposed to have Je m'appelle and then your name written down right near your picture of yourself or your rendition of yourself in the center area of your poster. Okay? So how do you say this? This is Je m'appelle. Now you might not, remember how to say that exactly, and especially, it might be a couple days before it's your turn. So what you might do is, write in there in a pencil or pen or whatever, Je m'appelle, because, now if you see this is kind of a way that you can remember Je m'appelle. If you look at that, Je m'appelle, that's kind of how that sounds to my American ear. Now I'll be able to remember Je m'appelle when it looks like this in French is the sounds Je m'appelle here that I wrote down in English. Does that make sense? And so when we get to all of those 8 that you chose, you might put a little, I'll call it a cheat sheet or a little phonetic guide. Phonetics is the way things sound. Okay, so if you put a phonetic guide in near those words, then on the 8 that you have, you'll be able to say them better when you get to your poster, especially since each post is going to take a couple of minutes. We have maybe 30 minutes together to do presentations. We're only going to get 10, 15 people in a day. Not going to get to everybody. So it might be 2 or 3 days before it's your turn to say, Je m'appelle Bob Johnson, j'aime pizza, that kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to take this off of there now, Je m'appelle, but everybody should have Je m'appelle and their name on their poster. Okay, you might have said you like a certain food. If you did, you're going to say, j'aime pizza. You can say the pictured item in English. Okay? If you looked up the pictured item in French and you wrote down the French words, you can make a stab at it. I'm not going to mark you down for making a guess at what you think it sounds like. But you do want to say the stuff that I wrote here for you, and now I'm going to tell you how to say. You want to say that stuff correctly. Okay? So these words right after, A, B, C, D, and before the blanks, those you do want to know how to say, and you do want to have them written down on your poster as well. Okay? But you don't have to know how to say snails in French. Because maybe you'd say, I hate snails. Okay? A lot of people do. So that would be, je déteste escargot is how it is in French. You might have heard of escargot. It's actually snails, sea snails. Tastes like shrimp, but je déteste snails, okay, is how you could do that and still get full credit when you present your poster. So here are the pronunciations. J'aime, you might write j'aime. How does that sound? Maybe G-H-E-M, j'aime, I don't know. you come up with a way that you think you'd remember to say j'aime when you see those words there, like on letter A, j'aime, okay? Je déteste. Je déteste, well, you might go, I like doing Z-U-H for je, okay, kind of sounds the same. And then day, like day and night, and then test, like the test you take. So je déteste, lo and behold, je déteste, okay, that gets you close. And then you just know that the je, we really don't have that sound much in English, okay? So je déteste, I hate, so you might say je déteste snails. And you'd be fine. Of course, now we're not going to see the Z-U-H thing on your poster. We're not going to see that at all. You're just going to see it to help you remember how to say it. Okay? We are going to see the je déteste, the words there in French. This next one, j'aime jouer à. J'aime jouer à. You come up with a way to write that down. J'aime jouer à are the sounds. J'aime jouer à. And I'll go through them again at the end here so you get a chance to hear them without me stopping every couple seconds. J'aime jouer à. The next one is je n'aime pas jouer à. Now notice the jouer à is the same on both of those. Okay? So, je n'aime pas jouer à. Je n'aime pas jouer à. Je n'aime pas jouer à. Sometimes it's best to memorize these like you're learning a song at church, you know, from the choir. Just listen to it and say it over and over again until you say it the way you think it sounds to your ear. So, je n'aime pas jouer à. It kind of rhymes, okay? Like a song. So, je n'aime pas jouer à might be easier than going je n'aime pas, you know, like that. However, it works best for you. Everybody's a little bit different. The next one is talking about instruments. So that's j'aime jouer de, like, well, duh, I did it wrong. So D-U-H, if you want to think of it as that way. But j'aime is just like it is up there. J'aime jouer de instead of j'aime jouer à. J'aime jouer de. J'aime jouer de. And that's I play some or whatever, guitar, drums, whatever it happens to be. Je suis. This one you might go, you know, the Z-U-H again for je and then S-W-E-E. Je suis. This is a very basic building block word in French, or combination of words in French. Je suis. I am. You can imagine how much we use it in English. Well, they use it almost as much in French. Je suis. I am, and then say like je suis American, or je suis American Indian, or whatever it happens to be. Okay? The next one is J like blue jay, okay, J, then the number, and then this word here is on, like the on-off switch for the lights, on, okay? So you might say J17 on, or J15 on, okay? The number you can say in English. We haven't learned the numbers in friendship. We get them pretty early in the year, but you haven't learned them yet, so I don't expect you to say those numbers in French, but say them in English. Do say the J and the on like a French person, though. Okay. The next one, H, is d'habitude. D'habitude, je vais. So breaking this down, you can hear some people passing in the hall, maybe. Sorry about that. So Dobby, if you're a, what's that movie, a Harry Potter film fan, Dobby is the house elf, right? So d'habitude, je vais. Vais, like oy vey, okay? D'habitude, je vais. D'habitude, je vais. Usually I'm, and then, you know, however you feel. I'm happy. D'habitude, je vais happy. D'habitude, je vais tired. Okay, again, the English word, you can say in English. The next one, I, is je me lève à. Ah, like you're at the dentist and you got to open your mouth and go ah. So, je me lève à. Je me lève à. Je me, not me, but me. Maybe you go M-U-H for that one. Lève à. Je me lève à. 6 o'clock. I do get up at 6 in the morning usually. So, je me lève à 6 o'clock. Next one, je dors à. This is like Dora the Explorer, right? Je dors à. Je dors à. Je dors à. I go to bed, I sleep back, basically. Je dors à. Okay. Remember in the last video I talked about this one's a little trickier. This is for girls. So, ma copine. And then you skip over to this word here, a. Ma, like ma and pa. Copine, like ball peen hammer. Copine hammer, right? Copine. A, like a. That's probably, you don't know the fonts, I bet you're probably more boring than when that shows out. But a, okay, like good day, eh? How's that? Ma copine A, Jennifer. Ma copine A, Stephanie, whatever it happens to be for girls. And then if you have a boy on your poster, it's going to be moan, like you're moaning in pain. Moan, copain, mon copain A. Okay, mon copain A, Bob. Mon copain A, Tom. Mon copain A, Jeremy, whatever it happens to be. The next one, let's see, this is going at 9 minutes here. We'll keep going here for this. Mes parents sont. So May, like the month of May. Parent, not parents. Parent. Like it's a parent. Okay, a parent. I don't know how you're going to... Make sure you don't say the T and the S is basically the thing here. Okay? Mes parents sont. And don't say the T. Mes parents sont. Mes parents sont. Is what that sounds like. My parents are. So mes parents sont Bob and Jennifer. Okay. You'll notice I use Bob and Jennifer a lot for my example names. Next one. Moan. Again, just like up here, mon copain. Moan, like you're moaning in pain. Mon frère. Frère, like Frère Jacques, if you remember that song, Frère Jacques. Dormez-vous, dormez-vous. Okay, mon frère A. Again, that EST is always pronounced like A, like the last two letters in the word day, or bay. or okay, A, that A sound is what you want, okay? Okay, A. Mon frère A. Next one, ma sœur. Again, notice the ma repeats from up here. Ma, like ma and pa. Sir, like yes sir, no sir. Ma sœur A. Ma sœur A. Stephanie, whatever it happens to be. Ma sœur A. The next one, letter O, is J. J. Like blue J again, but you gotta do the J sound. So J, shot. Like you got punched in the gut. Shot. Don't say the T. J'ai un shot. J'ai un shot. Starts out the same for P. J'ai un, and this is chien. It's two syllables. Chien. Round together quickly. J'ai un chien. J'ai un chien. I have a dog. Fluffy. J'ai un chien fluffy. Okay? The next one, mon. Again, mon like up there. Mon jour. Jour, if you've heard of bonjour. Jour is that last sound. That means day. Favori A. Mon jour favori A. Mon jour favori A. It's a little tricky, but it just rolls trippingly off the tongue if you practice it enough times. And we'll get more practice here. I just want to give you basic introductions to how it sounds now. Mon jour favori A. Mon jour favori A. R is ma saison favorite. This T actually runs into that A sound this time. So ma saison favorite, if I slow it down. Ma saison favorite. So the favoris sound the same. The te runs into the next word. So quickly, it's ma saison favorite. Ma saison favorite. This is the similar sounds then for S. Instead of ma saison, it's ma classe. Not class, but classe. Classe. Like classe and pickles, right? So ma classe favorite. That favorite repeats from above. Ma classe favorite. Then T is j'habite à. J'habite à. So there's that je sound. Then beat, not bite, but j'habite, like beat the drum. À, like here at the nest. J'habite à. J'habite à Mora. J'habite à Cambridge. And then U is j'étudie. J, again like blue J. J'étudie. Tudi, like you had too many beans for dinner. Get it? J'étudie French. J'étudie rarely. J'étudie a lot. Okay? Then V, I gotta go quickly, I'm running low on time here. V is l'été dernier. That all rhymes, okay? L'été dernier. L'été dernier. Je. Again, that J-E by itself is always a je. Je. And then finally, W is just like F. Je suis. Je suis. S-W-E-E maybe. Okay? So write those pronunciation guides in there. If I went too fast, well, you can pause the video or back up the video to hear it again and come up with your pronunciation guide. And then we'll go through in the next video and just say them one after there. We'll have you repeat after me until it sounds good to your ear, and then we'll get ready to do our posters here in a little bit. Okay? So, write your cheat sheet, write your pronunciation guide, write your phonetic guide out right now, and then we'll practice in the next video how to do it quickly. Okay? All right. Good luck. And again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.